tell us why the need for entrepreneurship.
Thank you very much. Entrepreneurship is all about setting up a business or an enterprise from God-given resources. That is what God has given unto us, like land, the sea, the water, including human resources, human as an asset that God has given to us. We set up a business or an enterprise by using those resources for the purpose of creating wealth. And that wealth comes in form of profit as proceed from the business or the enterprise you have formed. Enterprise can be in the form of product-based or service-based. The need is that everybody or every country or nation or society needs to create wealth. You need money. Like people will say money is life. And one of the means of creating wealth or fundamental means of creating wealth is by using God-given resources. That is being an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are business owners. They are those people who are utilizing God-given resources by taking the risk of putting in their own resources to refine those God-given resources. So it's like going on a journey that you know that you have the vision of the end, but how to get there, you are taking the risk because you are not too sure of how you are going to get there. So, and the reason, the more entrepreneurs you have in a society, the more wealth you create in that kind of a society. Because entrepreneurs, they are the innovators, they are those ones who create and bring about ideas and products. You need products to exchange, you need so many other services to give to people. So when you have in a society or in a community more entrepreneurs, you tend to have more fund, you tend to have more wealth in that kind of environment. Let's say for instance, like most of us now, most of our people are going to US, they are going to all these developed nations. Look at the kind of jobs they are doing. They are the kind of jobs that their economy has given to only lesser known people. While the entrepreneurs, they are those who have established those businesses in those environments. Because you see, their society has gone beyond sweeping, creating sweepers or graduates that cannot really work. When we go there, we tend to do the work of cleaning, some other menial jobs, because they have a very organized entrepreneurship system that is making their system to be more efficient and effective. So the more entrepreneurs you have in a setting, the more better you have. So when you have a country or you have a society or you have a city where you have more of employees, those looking for job, that is where you have more poverty, you have more miserable people, you have more destitute and vulnerable people. But where you have more of entrepreneurs, you have a better society that is refined with more innovation, more idea, efficient system, and you have more wealth. Poverty is exclusively out of that kind of environment, because the purpose of entrepreneurship is the creation of wealth. Creation of wealth. They are also the entrepreneurs. They are the people who are taking the risk of using God-given resources by adding their own values into it. They add their energy, they add their resources in terms of their fund. They use their fund to acquire land, to acquire workspace, to recruit other fellows in order to create wealth. So the more of them you have in society, the better is that kind of society. You see, we are crying now as a nation. We are saying there is no money, there is poverty. Why do we have poverty? Why? Because we have no higher number of employees than entrepreneurs. We have lesser number of people who are willing and ready to create business for people to come and work in. We have graduates without job because job creators are few. Lesser number of entrepreneurs. But if it's in a society where you have more entrepreneurs, those who are even coming, because you cannot really have a society purely dominated by entrepreneurs. You still have people who will still work and serve, because fundamentally labor is part of the factor of production that is needed, and you have an entrepreneur, which means not everybody can be an entrepreneur, but it is very good and it will even better that kind of a societal environment where we have substantial number of people being or an entrepreneur. So it is a necessity The onus is on all of us if truly we are looking for a society that is going to be free of poverty and deprivation, to have more of entrepreneur. And the process of producing entrepreneur is entrepreneurship. It's a process, because that is the process of initiating them, and that is the process of adopting them, that is the process of making entrepreneurs. So the entrepreneurs are the risk takers. They are the one creating products for people to buy, and you can only make money from three sources. You can only make money from your partners, those who are supporting you in form of maybe getting all the resources available for an entrepreneur to manage, or through your customers, those who are buying your product that you are producing, all your services you are rendering. You can make money from them. At the same time, you can equally make money from your employee, because no one can recruit you and pay you your exact worth. And that is why you see in developed country, they are looking for more employees, because they have efficient entrepreneurs, those who are already with their businesses, and they are looking for cheap labor. That's why they are recruiting, and all of our youth now, they are jackpot to all these developed countries, because they want to go there to go and be an employee in that kind of society. So for a society to grow, for a society to develop, for a society to create wealth, for a society to end poverty, that kind of society must promote entrepreneurship, must produce more of entrepreneurs than employees. So our system must be in a way that we create an enabling environment, we create efficient educational system that will permit and allow the creation of entrepreneur rather than employee. So it is very important and necessary.
How can one become an entrepreneur?
You can become an entrepreneur by, maybe, for instance, you have looked into your society, you scan your environment, you realize that there is a problem. The moment you are able to identify a problem, you are tending towards becoming an entrepreneur. Because entrepreneurs, they are the problem solvers. They are those who provide solutions to all those challenges and problems that they see people facing, or they see a society facing. So you can become an entrepreneur the moment you have the willing heart and the mind that is bubbling regarding solving people's problems. But if you are the one on the receiving end, always willing to present problem, you hardly can become an entrepreneur. But if you are the one who has the heart, like, there's a problem here, I want to solve it. The moment you have that willing heart, you are tending to be an entrepreneur, because that moment your own heart will now be on, how do I solve this problem? In the process, you are gathering resources, including human resources, including getting a space where you call your own space, where you are going to operate in solving the problem you have perceived on the street, in the life of your people, or with government, or with so many other part of the ecosystem. So it's a very, it's a state that one gets to the moment one develop the appetite for solving a problem.
How can one generate business idea?
Yes, the fulcrum upon which entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs stand is the idea. The business idea is fundamental. And like I said, the moment you are having an agitation within yourself of solving a problem, you are tending to become an entrepreneur. And that problem you have identified is the business idea. So once you as a person, you just wake up one day and perceive, there's no light in this area. How do I solve this problem of light? The moment you are going on that adventure, thinking creatively, so many existing platforms, so many existing programs that has been done will be coming to your mind, and you'll be selecting from your mind, no, this one cannot work. This one has been done before. This one has been done before. Before you know, and through scanning of maybe your environment, your papers, journals, past inventors, and what is happening, you will get to understand the micro set of that problem that you want to solve. You generate business idea when you look at your environment. Like for instance, we are in Osun State. Osun State is big. We are in Osogbo. After being in Osogbo, where are we? We are in Nameko area. What is the problem in Nameko area? that is peculiar. What is peculiar? What's a very peculiar problem in Osogbo? Osun State as a whole, what is our problem? Nigeria as a whole, what is our problem? Before it gets to the bigger world. Dangote now is not on the street again, looking for problem to solve on the street. Dangote is now solving a global problem. It started from solving street problem to state problem to Nigeria problem. Now it's now solving a global problem like climate change. Climate change is a global problem, and it's an enterprise. It's an idea. People will generate business idea to solve it. Like renewable energy, people are investing massively to renewable energy now because of problem of climate change. It's a global agenda. And poverty is relative. Some people may wake up and say, in our environment there's no restaurants there. People need to go far to another place before they get restaurant. How do I make provision for restaurant? That person has already generated an idea. Do you understand? That person has already, for instance, there's no, like, we have cars in this environment, but there's nobody in this environment to fix our tires. Whenever it is, we are having problem with the deflection of tires or any other challenge with our tires. There's no one there. They need to trek. They need to go and maybe you remove your tire, you take it far. So how do I create a tire repair station in this environment? That is a business idea. It's not a rocket science. It's just like you having a probing mind, a desire and a mindset to achieve and to solve a problem. There's no way you wake up, even in this part of the world, we have been complaining there's no life, there's no food, there's virtually everything we are lacking, which means this is where we need to have bulk number of entrepreneurs. This is where we need to promote high level of entrepreneurship in every facet of our life, be it religious, be it economy, be it politics. We need to aggressively promote entrepreneurship now than ever. So it is the idea is the problem you have identified, starting from your what? Immediate environment, streets, going to your state, coming to your city, and at the same time Nigeria, before you now go global. So it is in
There is a relationship between ideas and talent.
Very, very closely related. Talents can form the business idea. For instance, if you know how to speak very well, it's your talent, it's your God-given talent, but you can translate it to a business. The moment you are looking for somebody that you want to use your talent to satisfy, it has become a business. For instance, I know I can speak very well, but there are some people who cannot speak. Possibly I can speak maybe multi-languages, and somebody is from maybe he cannot is trying to, for instance, I can speak multi-languages. There are some people, they want to organize a seminar for multi-language people. They can get me recruited and, okay, please, I know you can speak Hausa, you can speak Igbo, you can speak Spanish, you can speak English. We want you to translate whatever we are saying to these people, and you can negotiate how much you want to pay me per hour, how much you want to pay me per second, which means my talent of having high appetite for speaking has given me a means of livelihood. So your talent must give you a means of livelihood by trading with it, by looking for somebody who needs that talent. You are a footballer, or you know how to play football, starting from your cradle. You can translate it, going for further training, and at the same time joining clubs and all of that, and becoming a very good footballer that you can play both local and international. So it is always, talent is embedded, idea is embedded in talent, and talent too is embedded in the idea.
Then how to acquire skill? Because after talent, skill, and ideas, talent and skill, I think they work together.
Yes.
And how can one acquire skill?
For instance, now you have a talent. Talent, for it to be more marketable, may need necessary skills. And we have centers where you can do skill upgrade. For instance, even if you have an existing talent and you are having traces of the skill in you, you can go for coaching classes. You can even enroll on mentoring program. You can equally go for programs, trainings, where your skills that God has given to you in form of talent that has been deposited in you can be better refined for you to be marketable and attract profit and attract wealth to yourself, to your people, and to your society, because that is what the society needs, not a skill that is docile. For instance, now we know we have industrial skills. So people have been trained in the university to fit into industries. Unfortunately, those industries are no more existing. So the fact that they are not existing, they need to refine those skills again. How do I refine those skills? By tapping into entrepreneurship skills. Joining industrial skill with entrepreneurship skill can assist you, do you understand, to give back to your own business. For instance, you are a metallurgical and material engineer, you have been trained in a very prestigious university. Now you are outside of the university, you don't have any metal factory to work. You can also, okay, now I've been trained, I have the industrial skill. Let me go and learn entrepreneurship skill. Where do I need to go to? I need to acquire some knowledge of entrepreneurship. By the time you fuse the entrepreneurial skill with industrial skill, you can have your own metal fabrication center somewhere around the street. You can probably have so many other design. You can even be into prototype designing. You may not even have a physical workshop where you are fabricating or you are designing machines and engines, but you just develop prototype and give to those people who will give it a final face and turn it to a product. You understand? So, but you can only achieve that when you are able to join the industrial skill together with the entrepreneurial skills.
But excuse me, sir,
skills are always needed.
But excuse me, sir, I want you to explain further on the issue of industrial skill. Is it the same thing with vocational skill? Acquiring vocational skill and joining it with entrepreneurship skill?
You see, the industrial skill, because the concept originally was even bringing education to Africa, so many other underlying factors were responsible. But for the sciences, they thought they needed industrial skills, like those who are into petrochemical, those who are into extractive industry, those who are into other sectors. These were the reasons why they brought out curriculum and design engineering field. So those who have gone to the university to acquire degree in one engineering, they've acquired industrial skill. It is a bit higher than the conventional vocational skill. Vocational skills, like for instance, you can acquire a vocation, a vocation skill in tailoring. You can do that in maybe fashion designing. Fashion designing is or sewing or hairdressing or metal fabrication, welding, and so many of it, which originally they weren't in the university. Do you understand? Those ones that were not probably in the curriculum of the university, they are the ones that we require, that we refer to as a vocational skill. Like you acquire a vocation in maybe bead and makeup. You know, we don't have makeup in our universities or in our polytechnics. Bead as a course. So those ones are the vocations that you can just acquire. But those ones that we have in the university, they are more of industrial skill. And these originally were the reasons why they produced those engineers and technicians.
Oh, sir, which comes first? Is it entrepreneurship skill or industrial skill?
Anyone can. There's no conflict between the two. It depends on the one that you have been exposed to. There are some people, based on their background and the way they were raised, possibly their parents were entrepreneurs, and they learn from their parents on how to trade, how to transform, how to join resources together and manage God-given resources. They may not go to the university to acquire industrial skill, and they will be performing excellently well in creating wealth in the society based on the kind of home skills they've acquired from their parents on entrepreneurship. Whereas some people will even leave the university after the acquisition of the industrial skill before they embrace the entrepreneurship skill and join the two and form their own enterprise. Do you understand? It is not really a conflict or a kind of which one comes first. Anyone can come first, but the bottom line is whether it is industrial skill, you need to refine it with entrepreneurship skill. Even when you have an entrepreneurship skill, it's an open-ended affair. You need further training, retraining, and so many other retraining, because knowledge has no end. Knowledge is an endless concept that you need to pursue till you die. So that makes it a very open knowledge base.
Then the necessary skill have been acquired.
Okay.
How to start the business? Because like after getting the entrepreneurship skill and the industrial skill or vocational skill, how can one now start the business?
Getting industrial skill from the university, and unfortunately you are now out of the university and there is no industry to pick you or to ask for your service, and you go for entrepreneurship skill. During the entrepreneurship skill acquisition, they will expose you to other funding opportunities where you can get your idea funded. Even it may be in form of writing a very beautiful proposal and inviting partners to join you in driving that business. Partners will subscribe and fund your business, provided the idea that you have generated is fundable. That is, it embraces creativity and it is bringing new things into the society. No matter how small, you can always add to the existing body of knowledge. Once we have so many angels that are interested in funding innovative ideas, but you only can give back to an innovative idea when you yourself originally you are not innovative, you are not creative. And these are the reasons why we are advocating for entrepreneurship training and industrial training and other kinds of skill upgrade programs, because an efficient economic system can only be created with highly experienced, efficient and educative system.
Can you kindly explain the curriculum or this entrepreneurship skills curriculum? Like what are the necessary things they are going to learn?
Entrepreneurship training, it is in cascade. We are for those who are without any idea, those who are just green. They've been hearing that the pathway to go now is entrepreneurship, but they have no idea. They need to generate idea. There are set of curriculum, set of lectures, modules to take on how you can probe their mind to generate idea, on how you can engage their heart and change their mindset. There are lectures for that. There are packages that you can subject them to, whether virtual training or one-on-one training, or during mentoring or coaching program that you can subject their mind to, and they will be the one to generate the idea themselves. We have modules or lecture materials that can take care of those set of people who are presently without any business idea. For those who have business idea, but they want to give back to that business idea, they want the business idea to become an enterprise, we have lectures for it, programs that can also agitate their mind, increase their knowledge, body of knowledge, to be able to look for, okay, what are the necessary resources that I needed to be able to fund or to put this business into place. The man has defined the entrepreneurship as putting together or having a business enterprise from God-given resources. What are those God-given resources? How do I put them together? You need money. Where do I get money? I need to get somebody to work with me, or temporarily I can be the only one working before I get another person. Okay, where do I situate my business? Who are my customers? All of this we need to put together, and that kind of lecture that will give birth to a business plan that you can use to form your business is equally separate. You know, we have programs for those who have no idea. We have for those who have idea, but it has not been blueprinted. It has not been written in black and white. We equally have program for them. For those who have people started their business, they need expansion. They need so many other level of higher training. They need to appreciate other human beings in terms of partnering with them, in terms of managing their business with other partners like bank, having a credit-worthy lifestyle and habits. You know, their own lifestyle is quite different. They need their knowledge of branding. They need knowledge on exports. To tap export opportunities, we equally have programs for that. And we equally have programs for managers, those who are CEOs of companies, You know that we have for someone without idea, we have program for someone with idea, but the idea has not been printed. We have program that can enhance the writing that, because even the Holy Scripture say write a vision and make it plain, so that whosoever run it will be able to do what? Read it. So that is why it needs to be vivid to whosoever want to. So putting it down, you need a training on that, on how to put all the resources together. And again, when you have put the resources together and you have started your business, you need improvement. You need the business to be more feasible. You need the business to be expanded, so that you will not be choked with competition. You need training too on how to manage competition. You need training on how to brand your product. You need training on how to do so many other business advanced decisions. So it's also there, and at the same time for CEO in terms of human resources management and all of that. So it's the entrepreneurship training is wide.
To use money to make money.
Yes.
Like, how can somebody that wants to go into business after acquiring the industrial skill and entrepreneurship skill get the fund, the money to start the business?
Few experience on the field. Money is even the part of the list, sincerely. But if you look at it, what we are lacking is the idea. Most of our ideas, they are not really fundable. Most of our ideas, they are copycats. What you have seen another person do, you want to do. They are not giving back as a result of identification of problem. And these are the reasons why we are still having people. Even with a little idea they bring, you give them money in the next 2 years, there is no money again. They will have consumed the money or spend the money on frivolous things, which means our problem is not really fundamentally money. But in the case where you now see somebody who is having a very beautiful idea and there is no money, I can tell you there is nobody without money. It may be small, and there is no business that cannot be started small. You can start a business in a very small way. Though every business has its own minimum threshold of starting. In the case where, for instance, you want to start up a business, but you have a little, because nobody is interested in investing in somebody who has nothing that you have. Do you have anything? Say, no, I don't have anything apart from this. There's no way, it's not possible. Because whether it's your another person's money, the person who wants to give it to you equally is looking for a place to do business, and is looking for a way to secure his money, not just giving out his money into the thin air without the money coming back with return. So that is why if you have an idea and is an idea indeed, you will always see funders. You will always see people to fund your idea, starting from relations, brothers and sisters. If you have a very good, because we live a communal life in this part of the world. If you have a very sounding business idea and you discuss with your parents, your siblings and all of that, the funding will start from there before it will dovetail to the issue of looking for maybe a cooperative to join, or you write a proposal and give to maybe sons and daughters in your community. In your community, there are some people, so many other programs are underneath that is being done at community level. People welcome like international bureaus relation. They welcome proposal from young people. If you have a very fundable business idea, you can write to them. If there's sons and daughters, they are organizing entrepreneurial support for unemployed youth in Igisharan. How many of them are with the fundable projects? How many of them are with the fundable ideas? These are the reasons. What we are lacking is idea.
But before we leave that, how can we know or discover a fundable idea?
Fundable idea must be based on innovation and solving a problem. It must be based on innovation and solving a problem. If it is not based on innovation and solving a particular problem, definitely we cannot refer to that kind of idea as a fundable idea. Okay, I want to be selling cement. Do you have a problem with selling of cement? I want to be making blocks. Do you have a problem with making of blocks? You understand? If you have a very small technology, no matter how small, now you want to solve the problem of light. You want to be providing small, maybe offering to solve, maybe in a renewable way, using inverter or some other technology to solve the problem of light that is energy. And you give it to your brother. Even if your brother is not having that money, your brother will know somebody who can fund that kind of a business. Or you want to have a smart agricultural system that can quickly give us yield in terms of maize planting. and you come to this office and you discuss it with me, even if I don't have the money, I will go and borrow it and invest into it. But you can't just tell me you want to go into agriculture and I want to plant maize. On which land? On the existing land that my father has been cropping there in the last 50 years, and you want me to put my money, which yield will not even commensurate with the investment and the resources that you have put into it. We are looking for innovative ideas and an idea that is tending and ready to solve a particular problem.
Is it advisable to start business with loan?
At times, it is not really a one-way thing. It's not one car fit all. I can't say it is not right, and I cannot really be on the side that it is right. For instance, now you have acquired necessary skills in a very particular, like welding. You have acquired skill on welding, industrial and entrepreneurship. What you need now is to get the equipment. If you borrow money to buy the equipment, you know that as you are buying the equipment, you are starting jobs straight away. So in that case, or in that wise, I will not advise you that borrowing money to buy equipment that you want to use to start a welding job that you have acquired sufficient knowledge is bad. It is not bad, because you know that the moment you are off the equipment, you are on the street running, and people start bringing jobs to you. In the next 2-3 years, you will pay back whatever money you have borrowed. But if there is no sufficient knowledge and the kind of business you want to borrow money for will take time before the proceeds can be able to sustain the repayment of the loan, and we say it's bad. Because no matter how small, you must have your home that you want to join with the money you want to borrow in some cases, which means we cannot really be on one side and say exclusively it is not right to borrow money, that a beginner should not borrow money. It depends on the kind of a beginner. It depends on the kind of startup or the kind of business you want to do. Like the scenario I've given, in that case is good, but in the other one, in some other cases, it may not be appropriate, it may not be right, because the kind of business also goes with the kind, like you may have some funds. It depends on the interest on the loan. What is good for your own business may not be good for my own business, because our return on investment, ROI, differs. So we cannot really, it's a social concept that you cannot really give a very conclusive answer to. It's a social concept, because social concept has to do with the experience, the knowledge, the expertise and the skill of the human being that is concerned. So, and it is subject to variability. What you can do by virtue of your own experience and management may be different from what another person who is careless and not really on top of our game or his game will do. So that is why social concepts are very controversial, and you cannot give a straight answer to it.
I hope you have gained tremendously from our guests. I want to humbly appeal to you to kindly subscribe to Lim TV Plus for more.